Speaking of that, Jared, I've been quiet because I seen something on Twitter this week, and I was trying to scroll to it, and I finally found it. Talking about all this, NASA has selected Falcon Heavy to launch GOES U in 2024. So, talking about space, here's our next GOES satellite that's going to be released, or I guess flown up into space in 2024. So, just to kind of chime in, this is the weather effect of it. As well as we're going to get more GOES satellite data, and we all like that. So,
GOES T is the last one that's going to launch on an Atlas rocket, and GOES T launches in January 2022. That is going to replace GOES S, aka GOES 17, in the GOES West position. So they don't have to deal with that loop heat pipe anomaly anymore, where they're losing water vapor data. So one more ride for GOES on the Atlas, and then as Scotty mentioned here, we're going to go SpaceX for that.
And of course, it's worth mentioning that SpaceX right now is the only way that American astronauts can launch to the International Space Station from American soil. So I know there are a couple different companies out there who are all competing in this new version of the space race, but boy, SpaceX is really good at grabbing those headlines, guys.
Well, when you're first to market, I mean, that's that. If there's one thing about SpaceX is the legacy of who runs SpaceX. I mean, Elon Musk, he came into this mainly because of PayPal. So he knows what it takes to build a product that ships. Sometimes.
And for anyone who claims they don't use PayPal, but you use Venmo, you're using
PayPal. Yeah.
Just like Instagram is Facebook.
Yeah. But so you have this really cool ingenuity, and I know that the people there have put in just intense, long hours to get to this point, and I'm sure that they absolutely love. I would hope anyway that they absolutely love seeing the fruits of their labor go up and come down and land like a James Bond movie, like every time. I can't get over it.
So normal. The fact that when we first went to space, everyone stopped, everyone watched it. Even shuttle launches used to be carried on the networks, and it was a thing to view. And now I'm putting it on my phone while giving the kid a bath or doing something else. It's really cool and impressive, but it's almost normal now. I don't know if that's good or bad.
In a way, this is what they were aiming for with the shuttle program, if you think about it. Because the shuttle program, the intent behind the shuttle program was to launch that thing like 12 times a year, something like that. Just have constant space exploration. Obviously, it didn't work out that way. It ended up being far too expensive, and in a couple cases, far too dangerous. But the that was the idea behind the shuttle program. But now, as it turns out, the shuttle program maybe was just a little ahead of its time. Turns out that the standard rocket model actually can be very reusable, even more reusable than the space shuttle, because the space shuttle would jettison the fuel tank, and that would burn up, and then you would have the boosters would come back, but that fuel tank, that huge orange fuel tank, that would burn up. So that was a lot of there's still plenty of waste with that. So I mean, it's really cool. I'm glad that we're getting to see this.
Anybody want to take a gander without opening the link of how much it's going to cost to ship GOES U into space? How much do you think it costs?
I'm deciding if it's millions or billions.
I was a little taken back. It wasn't as much as I thought it would be. $152.5 million, which I would thought would be more than that. I would thought at least $500,000 or something, but not that 152 million is chump change or anything, but I thought it might be a little bit more than that. So
yeah. Well, to Jared's point,
reusability, economies of scale.
That's how you win contracts too.
That's right.